Yeah, so this was the video that really
Tell me why that video was the last time.
was really what came across my For You page. And I'm like, oh, snap. Because I do see when I was doing my research, basically, when I was thinking about dyeing my hair, I did watch some bleaching videos, even though I know that's not what I was going to do. But it's also important not to only research how does someone actually do the process, but also what was the aftercare like months after the fact. So that way you can know what to expect, not just when you dye it, but moments after, if there's anything they regret or any tips they would give you. So a lot of people struggle with the intense dryness of their locks. So you might be used to getting away with moisturizing or hydrating a couple of days out of the week, but as soon as you bleach your locks, your low maintenance done went up. Hello, beautiful people. What it do, Sky Squad? Welcome and welcome back. And I'm doing another react to TikTok, Locs of TikTok type of video. And I'm actually going to do more of a theme this time. It's going to be over beached. It's going to be over bleached locks. It's been coming through my feed. You guys know I've recently dyed my locks. I never considered to do bleach. I really didn't want to use developer if I didn't have to. So I wanted to share with you guys some of the bleach TikToks I found, came across. A lot of these I didn't watch all the way through, but I wanted to give you a reaction of me doing so right here and just kind of provide some tips from the research that I have learned. My best friend, she used to have her hair in all sorts of different colors too. And she's been taking care of her hair ever since it was dyed. Now she's back to natural. She's just taken pristine care of her hair. And so I learned a lot from her, and of course, just on my journey trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So we're going to react to Bleach Loc Tik Tok. Okay, so let's start here.
So today I'm gonna be dyeing my hair ginger. Showing you guys my parts real quick. And now you see me just putting in the bleach, mixing it in with the developer, making sure it's a nice consistency. Now I'm just raking it through my hair. I was trying to avoid my roots. Did that happen? No, it did not. So I ended up dyeing my roots off camera to make sure I get everything. Yeah, okay. All right, now you're just watching me get every strand on my head because I do not need a repeat. No, I do not. Bit messy, but it was worth it. Okay, the results are in, honey, and listen.
That came out really, really, really pretty. I like that color. It came out really, really pretty. When I was considering what color I was gonna do my hair and everything, I too thought that I should skip my roots and kind of have like a shadow root going on, which may not always happen consistently, especially with our new growth being different lengths. And when you leave your hair out, I've been watching a lot of Brad Mondo. Like I've been watching a lot of him. I like watching all his react videos. So that kind of inspired me. And then I saw lockheads that bleached their hair and kind of regretted it come across my For You page. So that's how this video came to life. But I will say, when you don't, do the same thing to all your hair, it could come out splotchy, which I never thought of that. I considered it. It kind of crossed my mind, but that is very true because you might stop at different points. So a lot of people will just go back in and do a shadow root, which, especially if you have locks or any type of hair, you always try to do less so you don't damage your hair. But whether it's box dye or bleach or developer, there will be some structural change to your hair, period. You can't avoid that. So yeah, but I think hers came out really, really cute. Oh Lord. Yeah, that was my fear when it comes to putting anything on my hair, especially bleach, because it seems great in theory. It might even look good in theory, but what I'm realizing is that it doesn't always end well. Yes, our locks are resilient, but it's still hair. It's still woven hair, and it might be tougher than, super fine hair in certain situations, but don't take that lightly and don't take that for granted and don't abuse that thinking, oh, I have locks, I can do more to my hair and it will be more forgiving. that's not always the case. That's not always the case, babe.
Let's go. Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey. Down. Can't believe it on your man. And this new song, yeah, it's so jam. Girl, you riding a PJ. Got me speeding down the freeway to come see you, come see you. I mean, like, sheesh. Ay, can't believe that you with me. You got me balling out my league. But you know me, Chef Curry.
You probably can't hear that music because it's copyrighted, but this came out really pretty. It looked really good. Bleaching always just makes me nervous, y'all. I can't lie. Oh gosh. This is what I'm talking about when you don't do a test strand, and let's say you've colored your locks before, especially if you colored your locks black before. That changes the game. That changes what you can and can't do. You can't just treat it like it's just virgin hair, never been dyed. Once you dye it black, it might not go exactly how you want it to go. And that's the reality of it. So always do a test strand, and make sure that test strand, like if you've dyed your hair, make sure that hair has also been previously dyed. Otherwise, it's not a true test necessarily. You know what I mean? So we have different colors going on, which is that's probably the one reason why I don't like blonde, because I feel like your hair is woven. It might take a lot of rounds. I'm not sure, but it just, if not done correctly, it could just be a lot of different colors, and if that's not what you're going for, then that could be very like distressing. Like, and with the hot roots or the very lighter roots,
With the three, leave that buzz a beat. Whoa. Break it down. Put the code in at the B&B. I'ma take it down. Late flights, early check-ins. Baby, we just young and restless.
we're gonna take a quick little break, but as a special thank you, use code SKYSQUAD to save 10% on your next order at theresilientlotus.com. This is perfect for all the lock heads, naturalistas. Get all natural hair care in the full collection, both full size and mini, at theresilientlotus.com. Okay, looks like they were able to do like another round or correct that. I think it looks much better, so thank goodness.
So baby, that's good with me. You the main attraction when it's stole the scene. Picture perfect, baby, you sight to see. If you're tryna slide, baby, that's good with me. How you hotter than Tabasco? Sipping got me loopy, this might turn to a fiasco. So let's make Kanye, cause it sound like he ain't out.
Chill out.
I ain't tripping.
So it looks like she is applying to virgin hair, then the roots, and then the pre-colored ends. Depending on the color you choose, that might be a good situation. But you have to be very intentional when it comes to bleaching. It's not like you just dump bleach on your hair and just think everything's gonna work out fine. Like I said, it depends on if your hair is previously colored or if it's virgin. What did you previously color it with? And a lot of people don't like box dye, because what the box dye I had that I tried, it never told me what strength the developer was even in there. Like it was all a mystery. So that's what it's like for hairdressers too.
It's my birthday, so I needed something grown and sexy to bring in my new year. What y'all think?
Now we on D&D, I'ma take it down. Late flights, till the check-ins, baby, we just young and restless. Leave the drama for the soap. Shit, I got a little money, need some more, but I still got time to let you know.
I kind of like the grays in here. Like it's just kind of like a blondie gray. It's not my thing, but I think it's a unique kind of color. But yeah. Oh no. Come through with the save though. That's a danger, depending on what you mix the bleach with, how long you leave the bleach on your hair. Don't risk it for a biscuit, okay? I'm too scared to be doing that. A lot of people have really good experiences, but I'm glad that they were able to bring this back to life, get it back to looking good, because I would have been devastated. And I might have would have just said to hell with it and cut it all off and start all over. But I'm glad it came out good.
Okay, so I'm back with another vlog video, and I'm going to be touching up my root. I've watched one too many Brad Mondo videos, so that makes me an expert, right?
Me too.
I did not get a picture of the products, so I'll put them in the comment. Okay, so right away, I did not expect my roots to be lifted.
Okay. I watch Brad Mondo too. That's what inspired this. But I'm not a hairdresser. I just have a passion for hair and locks and all of that. But yeah.
That light, and I was low-key panicking when I washed it out.
Her roots are super duper light. So if you don't watch Brad Mondo, basically here are some tips on dyeing, bleaching your hair. You're about an inch towards your scalp, you want to save for last. Like, you want to give the other areas of your hair a chance to process, because the heat coming off your scalp will help it process faster. So if you're going to do the rest of your hair, you know, maybe consider using foils. Again, that kind of retain the heat situation. And then once it's lightened a bit, whatever, then you go in to your roots, because again, the heat from your scalp will help it process it faster. So you're trying to time it to where they process basically like the same amount of time, the same quickness, and turn out the same color.
I just went ahead and put the toner in and kind of trusted the process. My roots did end up being lighter than the rest of my hair, but it's okay. I ended up liking it anyway. And then a few days later, I decided to do my own retwist. You will never see this again, I promise. I haven't done my own retwist since my hair was like 3 months locked. It's not hard, it's just time consuming, and I use like a lot of hair clips. I only used oil and water, and I think I started the retwist around 7:30 and finished around midnight. I took a break, and then the 2-strand twist, I finished them at 3 a.m. Overall, I liked it and thought I did really good. I did notice my hair was starting to frizz up already, so I went ahead and did it that night, and here it is.
I think this would look really cool. Like, if you did some cool color with it, this is a great, I feel like, starting point to just get creative, put some color on it. But yeah, and as far as retwisting with clips, I think if you can get your hair in a ponytail catcher, a hair tie, you can retwist without the clips as long as your hair is mature. So, and if you still need to use clips, that's okay. Everyone's horrible at it in the beginning, but if you keep practicing with time, you'll definitely get better, and it'll definitely be much quicker. I really like the peekaboo. I still want the like peekaboo highlights. I'm gonna have to figure out a solution. I'm gonna have to get really creative. I kind of have an idea about it, but yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, hey, down. Can't believe it on your man. And this new song.
I like it. It looks cool. I like it.
It's a jam. Girl, you ride in a PJ. Got me speeding down the freeway to come see you. I mean, like, sheesh. Can't believe that you with me. You got me balling out my league.
I'm not sure what caused this, but when your hair is woven, every part of your locks might not take it the exact same way, especially if you're doing this yourself and you're not used to doing it yourself.
It's really not that bad.
Watch me bleach my hair for the first time. Hey, watch this before you bleach your locks.
Okay.
When you bleach your hair, it strips your hair of all of its natural color, so you technically can never get your color back in your hair once you bleach it. So
Right.
once you bleach your hair, the only way you can get it back close to your natural color is black. And dyeing it black isn't the best idea, because if you ever want to dye a light color again, it'll be almost impossible to do so. So what I suggest you do is to try to dye your hair like a light brown or something like that. But your natural hair color is gone after you bleach it. It's gone, bro. I bleached my
Yes. So like you changed your hair forever, basically. You changed that strand. For as long as there's a strand on your head, you've changed it. So there's not like a reverse. You know, you could do like a color oops to get the color out, but to like reverse and backspace to what you had naturally, that's gonna take time, and that's gonna take growing out, and that's gonna, you know, you can always dye it a natural color, but to get your virgin natural hair color back, no, that's not happening. So I kind of opt for the semi-permanent rinse, but that's only because I kept my hair darker. There would be no other really option. Like if I wanted my hair lighter, I have to do a developer or bleach or something to lift and change the structure of my hair. There's no way to get this lighter without doing something like that. So
like under my finger. Yeah. Now I know y'all looking at me like, what the hell is she about to do? But Pete, right here, like in the front, I have like no locks because they were so thin. I just literally pulled them off before they fucking pop off in public and embarrass me. But like my hair, like I could literally just rub it and like handfuls of hair like just falling out. It's so bad.
Yeah, so this was the video that really...
Tell me why that video was the last time.
Was really what came across my For You page. And I'm like, oh, snap. Because I do see, when I was doing my research, basically, when I was thinking about dyeing my hair, I did watch some bleaching videos, even though I know that's not what I was going to do. But it's also important not to only research how does someone actually do the process, but also what was the aftercare like months after the fact. So that way you can know what to expect, not just when you dye it, but moments after, if there's anything they regret or any tips they would give you. So a lot of people struggle with the intense dryness of their locks. So you might be used to getting away with moisturizing or hydrating a couple of days out of the week, but as soon as you bleach your locks, your low maintenance done went up. And it went up. Yesterday's price and today's price, and you're going to be paying more. So you're going to end up having to use and really be more intentional, really stay on top of it. Otherwise it might be really dry and brittle. So yeah, so I think that's it. That's all for this TikTok Reacts Bleach Loc Edition video. Thank you to the recent subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting, and welcome to the Sky Squad. If I had any just final tips, like if you're thinking about bleaching your locks or doing any type of color, the first one is not only do research as in and see a lot of different people's processes, but also learn about the products you're doing, especially if you're not a hairdresser. So learn what's the difference between the developers, what's the difference between the dyes, when do you need a developer versus not, because I saw a lot of people using developer with semi-permanent hair color. How does bleach and all of that? Learn about the processes, but then also look at those same people that's showing you how to and see if they have any videos on how to but if they're teaching you how they dye their locks, also see if they have another video about like an update, see what it's like to actually maintain locks once they're dyed. Do they notice any color rubbing off on their clothes? Do they notice any dryness? Things like that can kind of help you make a more educated decision. And just really look at the hairdresser's, hairstylist video as well, just to learn the basics if you don't know that already. Probably stay away from box dye if you can. That's my new sense of advice. Stay away from box dye if you can. Get the color, get the developer you need, and that way you know exactly what you're using. Or even go see a professional. Make sure you go vet them out as well. So yep, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like this video up if you did like it, and subscribe, become a part of the Sky Squad. Yeah, and until next time, peace.